Hello and welcome to my channel, Lifestyle and Fashion Tea. Well, yes, today we have it. Karmelo Anthony's bond has been reduced and he is home. He was granted house arrest in the fatal Frisco stabbing case. Karmelo Anthony is released on house arrest after bond was reduced from $1 million to $250,000 in this case. I know we all have heard about this case. If you have not heard about this case, I don't know where you have been. You must have been under a rock, on Mars, Jupiter, somewhere, I don't know, but surely you were not here with us. This case is two tragedies. We have a young black man who I know is scared to death, scared for his life. On his way to college, he was thinking where he was going to go to college last week, and now here he is in this mess. And then we have another family who has lost a son. So there are two tragedies here. Let's just continue to pray for both families. Continue to pray for Karmelo, and I'm sure in the end everything is going to be just fine. I will play a few news reports for now so that you can hear what was going on today.
Karmelo, why were you armed at school? Explain your self-defense. How is this self-defense?
Excuse me.
No, you didn't say.
At a high school track meet in Frisco, the teenage suspect just bonded out of the Collin County Jail after a judge reduced Karmelo Anthony's bond from $1 million down to $250,000. Karmelo Anthony is now under house arrest, and Brittany Moncrief is at the county jail where he just walked free.
That's right, Chris. Karmelo Anthony was released probably about 30 minutes ago, and this all after an unusual bond hearing this morning. Now, cameras weren't allowed inside the courthouse, but I can tell you that it was heightened security, including 2 metal detectors. Now, Judge Angela Tucker tells us that her office, as well as both families, have been receiving calls and messages that no one should have to listen to.
It's what happens outside.
Threats and talk of race war and all kinds of insanity
that shapes matters inside.
This has definitely rocked our entire community.
While Collin County Courthouse holds countless bond hearings, it's this one.
How far did you travel to get here today?
3 hours.
That's drawing more attention and more security. With not a courtroom seat empty, 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony appeared before Judge Angela Tucker for a bond hearing in the stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a UIL track meet on April 2nd in Frisco.
Self-defense is a protection that applies to each and every one of us.
Anthony's attorney, Mike Howard, asking the judge to drop his $1 million bond to $150,000.
There are two sides to every story. And Karmelo is a 17-year-old kid and an excellent student.
Anthony's father, Andrew, took the stand stating Anthony is captain of his school's track and football team. He says his family can't afford the $1 million bond as he's taken leave from work and will need to move into a new home for safety reasons. But Collin County District Attorney's Office argues Anthony's family raised more than $400,000 through GoFundMe and Gifts and Go.
It's the most unnatural thing for a parent to lose their child.
Judge Tucker decided to drop the bond to $250,000, taking in consideration Anthony's age, ties to the community, and no criminal past. Anthony must be on house arrest wearing a leg monitor and can only leave home with the judge's permission.
I feel it's fair. Bond, as the judge said, is not supposed to be an instrument of oppression.
And looking forward to reviewing all the facts of the case.
It's those facts that we have yet to hear.
So as a mother myself, I feel that it's very painful and on both sides.
And part of Anthony's bond is that he will have to check in with the court every Friday. And if he violates his bond restrictions in any way, he'll be placed back here at Collin County Court. Chris?
All right, thanks, Brittany. Just over an hour from now, Frisco ISD will hold its first school board meeting since that stabbing, and they're expected to ask for a low attendance waiver at Memorial High because so many students were grieving and stayed home from school.
Continues to grieve the loss of a young athlete taken far too soon. This as the person arrested and charged in connection to the stabbing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf has a bond hearing set for Monday. Amelia Frisco has the story.
People filed into Hope Fellowship Church in Frisco to say one final goodbye to 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. Some people wore football jerseys to the service as Metcalf was a member of the Frisco Memorial High School varsity football team. He was also a member of the track and field team. During a track meet earlier this month, Metcalf was killed after he was stabbed in the chest during a fight and died in his twin brother's arms. The fight was with 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, a student athlete from a different Frisco high school. Arrest documents say the fight was over a seating dispute in the bleachers. Anthony was charged with first-degree murder, and his bond was set at $1 million.
Well, obviously, it's a very tragic case when you have a 17-year-old killed and a 17-year-old boy charged with the murder happening during a school event.
Toby Shook is a criminal defense attorney not involved in this case. A bond hearing is set for Monday where the defense team plans to ask the judge to lower it. Shook explained some of the factors the judge will have to consider.
Obviously, in this case, there is not criminal history, so that's going to weigh in his favor to lowering a bond. The judge will also consider if the defendant's a flight risk. So the defense attorney is going to put on family members that can show he had lived for some years in Frisco, that his family's there, that he's not a flight risk. He has what they call ties to the community.
The prosecution will also have a chance to speak, and they're going up against a new defense attorney for Anthony. Shook told Fox 4 that the family hired Dallas-based criminal defense attorney Mike Howard to represent Anthony.
He's a very experienced criminal lawyer, done lots of trials. He's very good. So that was a good decision, I believe, on the family's part to get an experienced criminal lawyer who's actually tried criminal cases to defend his son.
This case has already captured national attention. Shook believes this will make the case difficult as it moves forward, especially when it comes time for jury selection if the case goes to trial, which Shook believes it will.
It has a danger of poisoning the jury pool so that you'll have more jurors who are exposed and go in with opinions, so they have to be very, very careful during jury selection.
Amelia Jones, Fox News.
So I did take it back a little bit so that everyone is pretty much up to date into what's going on with this case. And again, I am praying for both families. Karmelo, I'm praying for you. Keep your head up and your family. And Metcalf, I will be praying for your family as well. Everyone, let's try to keep peace through this. And I know it will be difficult, but let's try to keep peace and prayer in the schools and in the communities. No crazy race wars or whatever they're talking about. No, let's not do that. Just pray. I guarantee prayer is better. And please, on the way out, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.